Welcome back in. It's time for Motivation Monday. As you know, it is summertime, and we're all longing to be in the sand, and near the ocean, or near the Gulf, taking vacation, taking it easy. Well, that's exactly where we find our leadership expert and motivational speaker and author, Pete Blank. Good to see you this morning.
Hey, Mike. Good morning. How are you this morning?
I'm doing well. Not as well as you, as obviously, as you're at the beach there in the Gulf. It's beautiful, I'm sure, there, by the way. But you're talking how we get some motivation from being in the sand.
Well, I'm making a metaphor today for us, Mike, about how humans and sand are kind of the same, how we can look at grains of sand and kind of align us with humans. And it's interesting, about a couple decades ago, an inventor, a researcher named Gary Greenberg actually took grains of sand, which are no bigger than 1/10 of a millimeter, the smallest thing you can see with the human eye, and blew them up. And would you believe it, Mike? Every single grain of sand is different. Every single one has different colors, different properties, different looks to it. And I think that's important to relate to us as human beings. Again, you may look at us from the outside and say, oh, everybody looks the same, acts the same, but each of us are so individualistic. Each of us is special. I think that's an important distinction and kind of metaphor, analogy, if you will, to make.
Yeah, and obviously we all experience different emotions during our lifetimes, and you're saying there's something else we can take from that as well.
Well, you got to think about it. Sometimes sand is great. Like when you're on the beach, you love sand. If you're into that type of thing, this is where it's supposed to be. But have you ever heard the whole phrase about sand in the gears, or a piece of sand gets in your shoe? So again, if we were to make the analogy as humans, we want to be at the right place at the right time. Sand deserves to be on the beach where it's there, but if it gets in your shoes or it gets into the working mechanisms of something where it's not supposed to be. So again, as a human, align ourselves, make sure we're always in the right place at the right time, adding value where we're supposed to add value, and not adding a pain point or a pinch point where we're not supposed to be.
You know, if you see a few sand crystals by themselves, not that impressive. You get them all together, you can make something beautiful.
Well, I grew up on St. Pete Beach, and we had sandcastle competitions, Mike, every year. And to watch what these people can do, they probably do it here, too, at many beaches. When you put all the pieces of sand together and make a sandcastle, they're beautiful. They're amazing. I mean, it's incredible to look at. And I think of that as far as us as humans and motivation as well. When we work together, Mike, when we get together, when we do more team functions and bond together, we can do something even better than if we were by ourselves.
I like that. So, yeah, hey, if you're headed to the Gulf for this summer for vacation, think about what Pete says about the sand and use it for motivation. Pete Blank, we do appreciate it. Enjoy yourselves.